somebody out there is living with a small wiener, and we want you to know it's okay. It's gonna be all right.
It's such a random way to start.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
My name's D.
This is Lynn.
Project Airwaves back at it again with another episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We're at almost 80 right now.
80.
I think you were talking to me about how the way that it's been chopped up, we've already hit over 100.
Yeah, over 100 uploads on YouTube.
But the actual episodes in themselves were at 79, which is pretty good. It's pretty
Yes,
high up there.
we've almost hit 100.
Once we hit
Don't know
100.
what we're gonna do for our 100th episode, but
we'll do something.
we'll do something.
We'll do like a live chat Q&A. I think it'd be kind of cool.
Oh,
I've seen a lot of people that hit a certain number. They do those Q&A live chats.
Ask Me Anything or whatever it's
kind
called?
of, yeah. It's just a streaming. You put it like how they upload it on YouTube, and it's a live stream, and you get a bunch of people on there, and I'm sure we can find a group of people that can actually
have a DBZ tournament.
Something like that. Or a spicy wing challenge or something.
Yes, I've been seeing all those hot sauces, the hot takes, hot ones.
Hot ones.
I've been seeing all the sauces.
We could do that for our 100th episode. Yeah. Just abundancy of stuff.
Have you seen that black chip?
The Pocky chip? Yeah.
Is that what it is?
It's PAQ something. It's a chip in a coffin.
Yeah.
It's the one chip challenge.
Yeah.
That's something. I feel like the one chip challenge would be okay, but it gets done too fast.
Yeah.
I feel like with spicy wings, we line up wings. You can actually buy the sauce.
And we can like kind of talk and
eat. Talk through them and eat and stuff, or someone asks us questions while we're eating.
Yeah.
Like it's a hot ones.
Did you see what Ryan Reynolds did with Steve-O? Poor Steve-O.
Oh, what
with the ghost pepper?
With the ghost pepper, yes. Yes, the same thing. Yeah,
that was so funny.
Something like that. I feel like that'd be kind of fun for
Poor Steve-O.
The 79th episode.
Poor Steve-O. All right, so jumping into our main topic, just to let you know, when I initially told Lynn about this and I thought it up, for some reason, the Christina Allegra? Christina, oh no, what's her last name?
She's not important anymore. I know who you're talking about.
Christina Aguilera.
She's not relevant anymore.
No, she's not. But that song popped in my head. What a girl wants.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Genie in a Bottle.
No,
I was like, why did that?
We're not going there. This is not Mulan. Whatever. So we're gonna talk about, at least from our perspective, what men want and or are looking for in a woman, depending on the situation, and depending on the guy. Everybody is different. Everybody has their preferences, their likes, dislikes, red flags, green flags, stoplights, whatever you want to call it. So we're gonna give you a little insight into our stuff. All right. So let's go ahead and jump this off. The first question, Lynn.
You're asking me? You're asking me directly?
Well, I'm gonna ask you, and then I'm gonna
bounce it off. Okay.
Yeah, and then you ask
sense.
me.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you look for in a woman? Go.
You know what? With where I'm at now, I feel like it also bases off of your age.
Yes.
With time being in past relationships, I've learned to be more open-minded about what I'm coming into.
Mm-hmm.
You're not trying to go in for that trophy life mentality, which is what you told me a long time ago. Because it only being with a girl that's chaotic only gets you so far.
Yes.
Like, yeah, it's fun for what it is in the beginning, and it's always like fleeting to enjoy that kind of madness. But then you really want. For me personally, at least for most guys I'm around, is that a woman with structure helps.
Stability.
Someone that I know, and with me being very independently drawn to do things by myself on my own and not rely on others, I look into having a woman that I know can help me when I know no one else can.
Yes.
Meaning, like, if something's happening and I'm like, fuck, I don't know what to do, and I'm like the strongest one in my group of people, I know I can go to my girl for these things to get me where I need to go, so I can go back to doing what I need to do.
Right.
Because it's come across a lot of times I've been in relationships where the person I'm with is just like, I'm the one doing most of the work.
Right. They're not being useful.
And they're not being useful. And it's like, if you can't physically or mentally or emotionally do anything for me, then
why are you here?
Why the fuck are you here?
Right.
So,
right.
For me, yeah, I feel like that is a big aspect. What about you?
Well, and I think things have changed, especially with the new generations and the way men see women. I mean, shit, people can't even define what a woman is nowadays, which is just mind-blowing. What I look for in a female is I need somebody who is headstrong, somebody who's not afraid to tell me to shut the fuck up, and somebody who is willing to let me be weak and vulnerable. I've noticed, especially with my past relationships, like you said, we come in, not intentionally, but we come in as that force of nature. We come in as that force that gets things done. And then people rely on you to be a shot caller.
Right.
They're like, oh, well, I'm confused, so I'll just go ask Glenn. I'll just go ask D what to do. And it's like, yeah, but I want to see that you can do it on your own. If you need help, I'm there. But I need you to at least take that first leap. I need you to take the first step and not wait for me to to give you the green light, to give you the thumbs up. Especially coming from my background, being raised by a single mother. My mom was very headstrong, very goal driven. I don't want to call her an overachiever, but she is a freaking overachiever.
Oh yeah, that's an understatement.
It's one of those things of when I hear people say men are afraid of strong women or strong-minded women, I really think that's a cop-out, because I found it difficult to find women like my mom, or at least in that mindset of, I have something I need to do, I need to get it done no matter what, no exceptions, no excuses, it's getting done. A lot of times you find people who are flip-floppy. They'll be gung-ho about it in the beginning, but then when shit really hits the fan, they break under pressure. And that's always been an issue with me, as well as, like I said, being able to be vulnerable. We try to be as strong as possible at all times. Can we be Superman all the time? Fuck no. But I'm going to try. I don't care if I'm falling asleep on the job. I'll have my cape on. I'll have my pants halfway up, my butt cheeks hanging out. But I'll get the suit on eventually.
Right.
But there are days where I just want to take the suit off and I just want to be a regular ass dude. And I don't want to feel that weight of the call of duty, I guess, as you could say.
Right, which I can relate to that. It's that consistency of wanting to feel like you're above everybody.
Yes.
And that top heavy of just, I'm gonna mow through
right
all the competition and get where I need to get. But then there's certain times where it's like, if you're running at 100 miles or 100 RPMs all the time, eventually you're gonna crap out.
You're right. You need a moment.
Having that support to catch you when you fall,
right.
You fall a lot harder. It's not to say that you can't function on their own without a female presence being around, but it definitely
nice.
It definitely helps quite a bit.
Because when you just, like I said, when shit hits the fan, like you said, when I run out of ideas, when I run out of plans, and it's not necessarily I can't think of anything. I can't focus my mind to clear to the answer. So I need that second party who knows me, who knows how I think, and is thinking on my level to be like, hey, did you consider this? Hey, did you think about that?
Yes, and that I've done that quite a few times where I've had situations where it's like, it's not that I don't know what I'm doing, it's the reassurance that what I'm doing is right. And if I get that little voice, that little, hey, what you're doing sounds good, but have you tried this?
Right.
And it's like, it completely resets my mindset of oh, well, you know what? I haven't, but fuck it, let's give it a try. And it ends up being better than what I thought.
Right.
So it
helps.
Yes, I agree.
So moving on to the next one.
You go. Me?
Okay.
Oh, me? No.
Yeah, you can go.
All right. What do women do that drive men away?
I'm going to do my best not to be an asshole, and that's only because I'm bitter. Unfortunately, I think at least, and I'm speaking solely from my experience, what I feel women do that tend to drive men away is they emasculate the man. They make him feel like he's less than. I get it. Guys, we have an ego, testosterone, toxic masculinity, whatever you want to call it. Every guy thinks to some extent he is better than he is, but that's because we have to. If I'm not constantly striving to become better, then I'm going to become stagnant and shit. I'm just going to become a pile of dough. So it's not so much that I need you to boost my ego, where more as I need you to understand what I'm trying to do and help me elevate myself. It's not even so much of, oh, I'm the man, I got to be the breadwinner, you got to take care of me and do everything I need. No. Not even close. But oftentimes where it's like, okay, hey, perfect example, I want to quit my job. I'm just not happy. I need something different. I need my girl to be there and be like, okay, cool, I got your back. Even if she doesn't think it's the greatest idea. Even if maybe there's an off chance everything could go to shit. Just the simple fact that she sees me struggling, knows I need change, and is like, okay, let's do it. That's going to make me cling onto you. Whereas you have some females who are so quote unquote independent, where they feel that if a man shows any sign of weakness, he's not worthy. He's not worth her time. If a man doesn't make X amount of hundreds of millions of dollars every year, he's not worth her time. And that's, to me, that's going to cause, as we see now, is going to cause a lot more social rifts between men and women. Whereas we were trying to become partners, colleagues, equals at one point. Now it's become a competition of, oh, well, I make X amount of money and I take care of my girl. That's why she stays with me.
You know what? And there's a very thin line with that when it comes to, I don't know. Now, when we touch on this topic, is it based off of the concept of you being in a relationship, which would drive you away from your significant other, or why you don't see an interest in a female before you make contact with them?
Good question. That I wrote that specific question of what would drive a woman. What would a woman do to drive you away from being with her?
Okay, so yes,
So
and
getting into a relationship.
and there's been situations like that before, where prior to like before being into a relationship, there would be someone that would come in, and most of my relationships were based off of experiencing companionship with that person, meaning like I've worked with the person that I've dated.
Right.
And because of that, we've already created a bond. We already became friends.
Right.
Before becoming partners.
There's a foundation.
Yes. So the foundation has gotten to the point where I can't really say there's a situation where someone would drive me away, because I've yet to be in a relationship where I wasn't with that person just as a very solid friend. Like, I don't have a whole lot of female friends.
Right.
Like, really at all. But the ones that I did, over time, it just comes natural. If you're with a girl around long enough times, you start to see the traits of something that you like. It starts to be, can I like this person more than just a friend? And if it ever became a thing to where I didn't like what they were doing, no different than if you're with a woman or you're friends with a guy.
Yeah.
There's certain traits where like I'm like friends with a guy, and then I'll be like, all right, I don't like what you're doing.
Right.
I don't like who you are as a person.
Right.
So I slowly stop talking to you.
So then let me rephrase that. What would be a deal breaker for you as far as getting to know a woman and or starting a relationship? I mean, because we can clear out the little shit. Smoking. Yeah. I don't want a smoker.
No, you can't say you can't smoke, and you can't say kids.
Right.
Yeah, especially for me and you. That doesn't work. Practically step parents at this point. But
yes.
You know what? And it's the concept. I think the one thing that would drive me away is I do like a strong woman. I don't like the independency of thinking that we're not meant to be a team.
Yes.
I've always been in this aspect where it's like you said, if I fall, you can catch me.
Yes.
If you fall, I catch you. If I succeed, you're succeeding with me.
Right.
If you're doing better than me, that's fucking fantastic.
Right.
I'm so happy that
I'm gonna win.
I'm so happy that you're doing good. This only gives me the reason to fucking push to do more.
There you go.
And it's that pyramid of moving up and down as a whole, which I like a lot. What would drive me away is that if I was with someone and they slowly started just being like, okay, well, this is me over here.
Right.
And this is you over here.
You do your thing, I'll do mine.
Yes. And in exchange, maybe we'll meet up every so often.
Right.
That's a red flag of like, all right, I'm either just one of your Tuesdays or Wednesdays or Thursdays, or you already have an exit strategy.
Right.
So that's a red flag. That's a signal for me where I'm like, okay, I need to jump the fuck out of this. Because obviously you're already punching holes in this ship, and we're not going to stay afloat for much longer.
I'm gonna definitely say for me a red flag, especially meeting a new girl. My past relationships, as Lynn knows, have been psychotic in some situations.
Very chaotic.
And it's one of those things of, if I'm sorry, and this goes for men too, but since we're talking about what a man wants, if a girl has too much baggage, if you have 3, 4, 5 kids, sorry, you're off the list. I can deal with 1 or 2. Let me say this. I am not a single man. I have no children. You know what I mean? No biological children. I have been in a relationship with 1 child and then another relationship with 2 children. And for me, I have decided that 2 is the limit. Because my first question is,
actually no. Let me add you to this. So this is a curveball.
Yeah.
Would you prefer 2 with no baby daddy in the picture, or 1 with a baby daddy in the picture?
Oh, you motherfucker. 2 with no baby daddy. I'm going to be honest. It's a lot.
2 is a lot, and especially if it's like boy or girl.
Here's my issue with baby daddies.
But yes, the baby daddy thing is a
they
fucking...
feel entitled.
Yes.
When they're not around.
Yes.
Now we're not talking about the baby father who it's like you guys decided to part ways. He pays child support. Y'all, he takes the kid on the weekends and y'all have this wonderful agreement and a working relationship. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the baby fathers who decide that they're just not going to be around, but they still feel the need to assert themselves or address themselves in that role of authority. Because to me, the title father has meaning, has a very deep meaning. Me and Lynn are not quick to call any grown-ass man father or dad. Especially with me, when my current stepfather, because we've been through some shit, my current stepfather now, and thankfully my parents have been together for 18 plus years. Thank you, Jesus.
Damn, that's a long ass time.
I know.
I didn't even think about that.
He's done nothing but benefit our family. Nothing but benefit. So
that's how Notch
calling him dad, bro, you get it.
Oh yeah, that's how Notch is for me. Not in my biological, he's in the picture, but we don't talk.
Right.
We don't talk. I haven't seen him since high school. And that was just him fucking coming across me when I was walking one day.
Right, which was weird
it was
when
fucking,
you told
fucking
me.
weird. That story was
like,
so...
I think I met my dad.
That was just
what?
a weird statement when it came to that. But, Notch will always be my dad because he's done more for me and my brother, even my mom, who we've all had hard times, and he's been nothing but supportive to help all of us. So it makes it very helpful to have a strong figure like that to go to if something does happen.
Right.
Like, even like if something were to seriously happen here in town, I don't know a lot of people I can go to that can like bail me out.
Yes.
And that's like the one person I know. Like,
right.
I mean, even when it came to buying my home, it was him and his girlfriend that helped me get in there.
Yeah.
I paid for everything. Obviously, I was the one doing all the signing and stuff, but with her being the realtor, getting me through the door, making sure I was constantly on my shit, and then he coming in practically like a second handyman, like, hey, let's fix this, let's work on this, like, shout out. I owe him almost everything.
And that's what I mean. It's like having someone like that to give you that drive of, I want to be a good man, I want to be a good father, and I would almost say us having stepdads almost made us predisposed to have stepchildren of our own. And that's, for me, because I haven't found the right type of woman. Now, I'm going to go into that in our next episode because we've kind of hit our limit on this one.
Wrap it up.
Hope you like it. Stay tuned. Go ahead. If the episode's up, because you were late to the game, go ahead and just click on over to it.
Yeah.
All right?
Bye.
We'll catch you in the next one.